Results of that situation coming up on the IWC network later tonight. If you're not part of it yet, IWCWrestling.com. You can sign up now, watch for one low price, or subscribe for only $9.99 a month, and you get literally, folks, 20 years of history. It's going to be an incredible night, and it all kicks off with a four-way matchup. It's going to be high octane, and we send it to Nick Lendl to get us underway.
Your opening contest for IWC 20 is a fatal four-way match scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
It's going to be such an incredible night. IWC champion Andrew Palace will defend against the man Dime Elijah Dean. You want to talk about youth, you want to talk about the future, that's going to be the future personified in that matchup. It could be Man Dime's night. Zach Nystrom, big fundamental one-on-one with Ricky Reyes, former IWC champion, a former Rottweiler, former Havana Pitbull. And Bill Collier, Josh Alexander. What a collision. Big man on big man for the Super Indy crown. It takes place all tonight at IWC 20.
Introducing the participants. First making his way to the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Weighing in at 198 pounds, the Neon Ninja, Facade!
And everybody, tonight is a celebration about past, present, and future. In order to understand where we're going, it's important to appreciate where we have been. And we'll give you a history lesson, and we'll talk about what's to come in the years ahead as well. And Facade is a great embodiment of all of the above. A four-time Super Indy champion, a three-time consecutive Super Indy finalist. Facade had humble beginnings here in IWC training, starting in 2004 under the likes of IWC legends and standard bearers Shirley Doe and Super Hentai at the old IWC Coalition of Competition. Without Doe and Hentai, an entire generation or two of IWC talent would not exist. Facade, DJZ, Gory the Gambinos, many others under that direction in IWC's early years. Facade comes back seasoned and traveled all over the world, but never forgot his roots.
Introducing next, weighing in at 172 pounds, he is representing the sexy, talented dudes, Chest Flexor!
Chest Flexor's been around so long, he's finally grown chest hair, and he seems quite proud of it. Flexor was in Facade's IWC training class in 2004. They actually went to high school together, if my memory serves correctly. These men have been thick as thieves and parallel with one another for many, many years. Flexor, former tag team champion in IWC with Kingpin McDowell, former high-stakes champion, longtime director of the Sexy Talented Dudes, which helped a big part of launching the career of Andrew Palace some years ago. Should be interesting to see how they intersect in this upcoming matchup, but this is only half of the equation.
Introducing next, representing Team Big League, weighing in at 198 pounds, they call him the Sky Prince, Anthony Young.
Well, they, whoever they may be, pronouns pal, call him the Sky Prince, but Man Dime and Zach Nystrom call him Young Tony. He's the latest recruit to Team Big League, and we've seen a transformation from the man known as Anthony Young. We saw him pick up a big victory just a month ago, and it seems like the confidence of this young man has risen considerably. A1 has always had the athletic tools. He's always had those puzzle pieces, and it looks like that thanks to the Man Dime and Zach Nystrom, he's putting them together a little bit quicker than perhaps we had forecasted.
And weighing in at 172 pounds, Angelik!
Well, this is a man with a rich IWC history, but under a different name and numerous different mindsets. Former IWC Tag Team Champion with DJZ, as well as with, Facade. They were called Flippin' Ain't Easy. Also a two-time Super Indie Champion. Angelik was part of the first ever in-house homegrown training class in Shirley Doe and Super Entai's coalition of competition. He has been across this country, into Canada and Mexico, but in recent years, a transformation. Is it altruistic? Is it a wolf in sheep's clothing? Angelik seems to be attempting to spread peace and goodwill. However, this man has been very volatile throughout his career. I'm never sure what to make of Angelik. I know he came very close to becoming IWC champion at our kickoff event a month ago. It is Chest Flexor's birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, young Chesterfield. I've been proud to be part of IWC for 18 of the past 20 years. I've watched 3 of these men grow up in front of my eyes and grown up with them. And Anthony Young on a similar journey. A sly grin on the face of Angelik. This is Facade's first major encounter with Angelik. And these 3 men, Facade, Flexor, Angelik, have known one another for well over 15 years as documented. A1 is the exception here. A1 is the X factor. And A1 feels ignored. A1 has the most to gain out of this night. And potentially has the steepest hill to climb. A1 to the outside. Angelik back to his tranquil state. Here comes Flexor from the blind side. You can never underestimate Flexor. He is scrappy. He is deceptively tough. He survived matches with the likes of Ray Rowe, Low-Key, and a number of others. And Angelik and Facade take an awkward tumble, and Flexor tries to take advantage. We saw Flexor as high-stakes champion create many of the most unique match stipulations we've ever seen in our lives. And I don't know how much to add to that. Oh, geez, Flexor got hung up on that bottom rope as A1 pulled him to the outside, and those ropes are very tightly enforced. That could create a whiplash-like effect. It could bust you open. But Flexor used to run with the Gambino family and then formed his own faction. And A1, as we were going to see Facade and Angelik finally square off, decides to pick an opportunity there. This matchup continues on the outside. A1 has made a lot of enemies in the early going. And wait a minute, watch. Angelik to the outside. Angelik gets the twist in motion and is able to collide with Facade and Flexor, but notice A1 stepped out of the way. Nystrom and Mandime not here. They both have arguably the biggest matches of their entire lives. Here later on, you'll get a chance to see them on the IWC network as part of the second portion of IWC 20 and A1 with majestic grace. Collides to the outside with Angelik and Flexor, and a jump-up side kick by Facade. Facade has had Super Indie wars with the likes of Sammy Callahan and DJZ and RJ City and Sammy Guevara. And Facade now takes flight. The somersault plancha connects. Facade is determined. Facade is focused. You don't see him around in IWC all the time anymore. But certainly whenever he's here, he makes it count.
Come on!
What physicality. Facade sends A1 in. Facade has beaten Elias. He's beaten Tony Nese for 2 of his Super Indie championships. And Facade, A1, was he biting the face? We're seeing these men pull it all stops here. A1 off the back of Facade, the takeover. And Flexor takes down A1, the jackknife pin, could steal it here. Flexor, is an opportunist. Loves to sneak in when you least expect him. Gutbuster. Angelik to his feet. And Flexor uses young Tony as an offensive weapon as he drops Angelik. And Flexor is somebody who really needs to retool himself here in the IWC ranking system. Haven't really seen much of him since, oh God, Sherman suplex Angelik stacked high. And Flexor, who was part of the double team, had to save his own interests in this one-fall matchup. Flexor's tag team partner Corey Futuristic suffered a broken wrist at the hands of the Bosnian bonebreaker Tito Oric last summer. Certainly hope he's doing well, wherever he is, whatever time zone he is, era he's in. The era of IWC has spanned 20 years strong. Facade's been a major part of it. Oh. An assist from Flexor. And again, I mean, there's history with all these men except for A1, and what looked to be a high five got turned into a defensive strategy as now Flexor looks to take flight. Flexor got it. Snaps off the DDT. And this is the best I have seen chest Flexor look in quite some time. And now, A1 in a bad way. I mean, Flexor, deceptively so, snuck into one of the longest reigning IWC tag title reigns of all time back about 8 years ago. And A1 twisting in midair. Oh, how do you counter when you don't know what direction your opponent's coming from? A1 takes Flexor down. And Angelik was waiting. This victory means so much to all these athletes. Oh, Flexor lands on the back of his head. And it's Angelik with the overhead suplex takedown, and Facade walks the ropes. Facade flung in the ropes, and he missed Angelik, but Facade collided with A1 and Flexor. Facade makes the best of it, pinning attempt or two. Frustration setting on Facade, a former, I believe, 3-time Super Indie champion. I believe I misspoke earlier, but somebody who ruled that division for many, many years, started as an underdog, made it his own, debuted here in IWC in 2006. Gory Angelik debuting in 2004. Flexor debuting in 2005, I believe, in the Franklin Rumble back in the day. And we're seeing a little more aggression out of Angelik as he slugs away on Facade. These men have been bitter rivals, in addition to partners in the past. A bloody steel cage match changed the face of IWC for many years, once upon a time, as Angelik meets Facade in high-risk territory. But this Spanish fly connects. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody shift their body position as quickly as Angelik did on that top turnbuckle. Facade paid for it. Flexor tries to pick up the spoils here. It's one fall. Have to count away. And Flexor going to pin Angelik as well. Referee CJ Sensation has been part of some historic IWC moments as well. He dove off a cage. He was in Super Indy 1. He's been here since practically the very beginning. And check out this visual. It's A1. It's the youngest in the matchup. It's a man in his early 20s, the only one standing, at least for a time. Angelik. Oh, that's straight power to elevate A1, who's a bit stunned right now. He's looking for a counter. He doesn't see Facade. Now he does. Facade springs off. There's nowhere for A1 to go, and almost some inadvertent flipping an easy double teaming. Flexor down across the back. And oh, jeez. That twisting neck breaker, a Flexor specialty. A1 now. Pulling Flexor off, rolls him up, and oh, A1 got the victory.
Here is your winner. They call him the Sky Prince, Anthony Young.
Young Tony did it. And I got to consider this an upset. based on the gravity of this night, based on the caliber of the talent involved, A1 has shown that he's going places. Young Tony, by any name, call him Victor. That's what he's got here is the victory. And the look in the eyes of Anthony Young, maybe the most confident I've ever seen him. He usually is very stoic. He's got a poker face. But the eyes are the window to the soul. I've said it many times over the years. I think this was a major breakout win for A1. And you gotta wonder what's next. Can A1 springboard from this into even bigger heights? And speaking of bigger heights, well, that is perhaps one of the most familiar entrance music